Hey guys, Joe here from 3PM51, here with the former protege, Isaiah, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Well, those who don't know, Isaiah, back in the day, me and Jamie used to teach him Pokemon, and now he out here scraping us in finals and
Hacking everybody. Everybody. What's up?
now he grown up and now he just spanking us, man. It's crazy.
Yes,
But
sir.
what was your record today?
So I played Palkia, went 301, hit my good friend John Diaz. We played a game, didn't go so well, and I was just like, you know what, let's ID. We're not losing much, so yeah.
Sounds good. And what deck were you playing?
I'm playing Palkia Bibarel.
Okay.
So it's a deck that I kind of stole from Tord Raklev, but I didn't really steal his exact 60. Made a few tweaks for quote-unquote 1K for the previous weekend. Only had 8 people, came second with it, and I kind of just fell in love with the deck ever since. And that's pretty good. Bibarel is better than Inteleon, so yeah.
Oh, that's a heavy statement. All right, let's get right on into the deck.
Alright, so to start everything off, we do play 3 copies of Palkia VStar. So what Palkia does, it does 60 plus 20 for each bench Pokemon you and your opponent have. So maximum you can do up to 260 damage. It's pretty good, you 2-shot everything. Star Portal, it allows you to attach up to 3 water energy. So we have ways to get water energy to the discard, and there's some pretty cool plays that you can do. Then we play 3 Palkia V. That's the only way you get evolved into Palkia V-Star. First attack, rule the region. Search your deck for a stadium, add it to your hand. Hydro Break. Hydro Break's pretty cool. You do 200 damage. You can't attack during your next turn. It was pretty good against my round 3 opponent, Joe.
Yeah, he used it against me. I was like, wait, what? I had to read this.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Choice Vote, 230. Not so any 2-prizer. If you can't get a whole bunch of damage with Palkia, it's a pretty decent attacker. Now we play 2 Bibarel, 2 Bidoof. So what Bidoof allows you to do is once you're in turn, you draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. So with this deck, you're just always consistently drawing cards. And yeah, you're just always sitting your hand down. You just draw into whatever you have. And
so my question with that is, why Bibarel instead of Inteleon? What makes Bibarel so great?
So the thing with Bibarel is that you don't have to commit your deck to playing Level Ball, Drizzile, Inteleon, Sobble, which is just a whole bunch of spots that you need. And you're just always like thinning your hand down. You're always drawing cards. With the Inteleon line, you have more outs to brick than with this. Because like you can't Irida turn 1 for Battle Pass in a Pokemon, and like sure with the Inteleon version you could like reach bigger combos, but with this you're just always hitting what you need throughout the game if you know how to sequence your cards properly and know the outs with the deck.
And what I do like is your next card that you're about to play. There was a cute combo where you basically Oranguru puts on up top and then you drew what you needed just to get out of your hand. Yeah. So Oranguru, Primate Wisdom. I love this card. You could establish checkmate scenarios pretty nicely. So during the last turn against Joe, I was like, okay, well, if he Marnies me, or Roxanne's, yep. Well, Roxanne doesn't really, because it just shuffles. Oh yeah, you're right. If he Marnies. So if he Marnies, or like disrupts my hand, it goes to the bottom of the deck or something. I have Lumineon, that just have checkmate with like boss's orders on like a 2-prizer or something like that, and it just also gives you more information to more cards. I think one of the very parts that made me fall in love with the water, this format, especially with Oranguru in it, is the idea that you can, let's say you have multiple Iridas in hand, putting an Irida at the top at the end of your turn from this, and then let's say you do get Marnied, now you're drawing into an Irida, which is going to get you, Capacious Buckets or any item that you need and any water Pokemon that you need. And I think that's it's a very great play when I've been playing water. Yep, Irida is just very good. The next card is Mew. This card, so good. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Search your deck for an item card. So you could grab Battle Pass, Quick Ball, Ultra Ball, Cross Switcher, Air Balloon. Really what you need to push for a combo. It's a beautiful extender. Yeah, it's a really good card. The next card we play is Radiant Greninja. If you're not playing this in Palkia, what are you doing? Exactly. You discard an energy card, draw 2 cards.
synergize well with Palkia, Bibarel, Mew. You're just always drawing cards. It has a pretty good attack, so it does 90, and you hit 2 Pokemon. So it combos really well with Star Portal. So against like the VMAX matchups, you could go Star Portal onto Greninja, and then you could set up Checkmate basically with 2 attacks with Palkia. And it's just really good. And then I play 1 Inteleon for the Lost Bots matchup. This card is horrible. Do not play it. I would rather play Cheryl or Volo or some...
Starmie?
No, Starmie is not good at all. Starmie does not beat any matchup. This card is only good for Lost Bots for just to extend the game by 1 or 2 turns. And that's the card when we throw that trash away. And here we go with Lumineon V. So Lumineon V, you should search your deck for a supporter. It's reminiscent of Jirachi EX, Tapu Lele GX. It has a pretty cool attack for triple water energy. Does 120. You shuffle it back into the deck. So if you want to lose in style, you can just go Aqua turn, shuffle it back into the deck. Then we play 1 Crobat just to draw cards. It's pretty nice to dig. Yeah, let's go. Let's put that there. Then the engine deck, Irida. Search your deck for a water Pokemon item card. You can grab your Palkia VStar, your Cross Switcher. You just grab any of your water Pokemon. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 targets with Irida to grab a Pokemon. And you just could grab basically anything. If this card wasn't printed, Palkia would be like really bad. Then we play 2 copies of Melanie. Melanie is really good. You can attach the water energy from your discard to one of your Pokemon V. So you could combo this really well off with Palkia and Cross Switcher. Just being able to go Melanie onto Palkia, Cross Switcher, take a knockout. That's what I love about this deck. It's just like the options that you have to gust, and you just always are controlling the game.
One thing I want to say about Melanie is what's really nice of it is for whatever reason, you open up Lumineon or Crobat or anything like that. It's nice to be able to Melanie, that Radiant Greninja's water energy, you discard it to it, put it onto Lumineon if you have to, retreat, go right into Palkia, use a Star Portal, it's going to attach it anyway, and you didn't even attach it to the turn, so it's a nice little way to get out of things too, I've noticed.
Then we also play 2 copies of Marnie. Hand Disruption's always good in this format. Honestly, I think going forward, you probably play 1 Marnie, 1 Roxanne. Roxanne's just super good in this format. With this, you just shuffle your hand onto the bottom of the deck, you draw 5, your opponent draws 4. It just allows you to go for deeper plays. With this deck, you just draw more cards. Then we play 2 cards with bosses, 2 bosses order. It's just really good gusting options. And yeah, there's nothing really much you can say about this card. For our ball search, we play 4 copies of Quick Ball. So what Quick Ball allows us to do is we discard a card, search it deck for a basic Pokemon. Basically, you can just thin your hand with Bibarel, you grab Lumineon, grab Palkia V, you grab Radiant Greninja. The card's really good. And then we play 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball's pretty good as well. Does the same thing as Quick Ball, but you grab any Pokemon.
Balls are always good.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
Then we play 4 Battle VIP Pass. Battle Pass just says, yeah, let me flood my board or my bench with basic Pokemon turn 1, and you play 4, and you just want to see this card so often.
It's a free double kick Quick Ball.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you play it?
Exactly. I have hit double Battle Pass so often with this deck going first, and it's just so good. Even the games where I'm not hitting double Battle Pass, with the amount of outs I have to Pokemon and stuff, you're just always filling your board. This deck is just like super consistent.
And all this is searchable through Irida, especially Battle Pass Irida.
Yep, you could go, even if you're going turn 2, you go Lumineon for Irida, you grab Palkia, you go Battle Pass, and you're just like, you're big chillin'. Then for some more juice, we play 4 Cross Switcher. Cross Switcher just allows you to say, you know what? Let me go Melanie, Marnie, and Gusting in the same turn. So essentially, we're playing 4 copies of Boss's Order, but 2 of them are just items. Why wouldn't you play it? Like, if you're not playing Cross Switcher or Palkia, you're just bad. You're just like, you're not understanding like the true potential that Palkia has. Then we play 3 Capacious Bucket. Capacious Bucket, You just search your deck for 2 water energy. Combos so well with Greninja, Palkia, and whatever. You play 3 trekking shoes. So this was the inclusion that I added that Towards List didn't, because I didn't have another 1/1 Palkia. Trekking shoes, you just dig through your deck even more. And basically, you can just hit what you need turn 1 even more. So then we are playing 2 copies of Air Balloon. Air Balloon is just really nice to pivot from your Oranguru, your Bibarel. I honestly would love to like just only play 1 because you're playing like Cross Searcher. You have options to Star Portal, and yeah, you play 1 choice vote. I'm like iffy on the 1 choice vote because there's a lot of times where the 1 choice vote hurts if you prize it. Like, I have to change this list a lot. Like, I'm not like the type of person to change my deck a lot, but I should really. If we play 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball, Heavy Ball basically says, let me fetch a Pokemon out of the prizes. So if I prize my Greninja, Mew, or Oranguru, any Palkia Vs, it gets just save me games and such.
I used to be such a person that was against that card. Then the fact that I realized, like, if you pull it from your prizes, especially with 2 prizes, you can just go back in it again, keep doing it over and over. And I was like, wait a minute, this can get a little annoying and pretty useful.
Yeah, we play 1 copy of Training Court. There really should be 2 options to Training Court in the deck. But again, the deck is like really tight for like to add in space, but this deck is going to get much better as the format goes. And this is a sleeper. And then just to kind of just round it out, you play 7 copies of basic water energy. That's really all you need in this deck.
Yeah, Palkia is very budget friendly with the water energy, so you can cut it down to low numbers and still do really well with it.
Yeah, this deck is just like, insane. It's insanely well. It's really good. You have good matchups all across the board. I'm like confident, like, if I was going to Salt Lake City, I would be playing Palkia Bibarel, and I would probably be whiffing day 2, like how I did at Baltimore. But this deck is just so good. If you know your matchups if you know how to play the deck properly, this deck can go the distance.
Is there anything you would change with the deck, or that you're thinking of changing with the deck?
Yeah, this deck needs another Training Court. It needs a lot. It needs, I think you have to cut a Marnie for a Roxanne, or maybe the second Training Court, because you're not really using Marnie too often. Empoleon's definitely getting cut, because it just doesn't do much against Lost Box, because Lost Box is playing 4 Path now, and then you're only playing 1 court, so it doesn't help.
Sounds good. Well, Isaiah, thank you for letting us get this deck profile. It's definitely the deck that won for locals and it's been topping really well. And I can't wait to play this deck against you some other time.
All right.
All right, guys. This has been Gerald from 351 with Isaiah, signing out.
Peace.